Terry Bogard, the quintessential embodiment of the mean streets of Fatal Fury and the fiery intensity of the King of Fighters tournament. That I totally didn't know the difference until I made this guide. And now Terry has bought his trademark hat and star emblazoned jacket in Smash Ultimate. Here's everything you need to know to master Terry Bogard.
3, 2, 1, go!
Terry shares many of his traits with the Street Fighter duo Ryu and Ken, able to special cancel his normals to create unique combo strings, and always faces his opponent even without any input from the player. This makes him extremely potent at punishing cross-ups and rolls, but with the huge drawback of being a terrible matchup against Mewtwo. Like Ryu and Ken, many of his special moves have command variants that enhance the moves in different ways. But unlike Ryu and Ken, he also gains access to brand new special moves when he accumulates more than 100% of damage. This gives him a sort of comeback mechanic that requires a delicate balance of risk and reward, balancing the risk of getting killed with the reward of landing one of these powerful attacks. But let's start with his normals for now, as they'll be necessary to set up into his specials. Starting with his jab, a 4-hit combo that ends with a high kick. Make sure to feast your eyes on it because you'll probably never see it again, as you almost always want to cancel into his specials, the most reliable being Power Dunk, which will combo all the way up to later percentages where you can even take stocks. You can also special cancel into Crack Shoot, which can be a great option if you find yourself hitting your opponent's shield, as it can let you escape from a potential punish. You can also combo your jab from a down tilt, which, like the Shotos, can string into itself. In fact, it actually has about the same level of stun and damage as Falco's Blaster, meaning that it's one of the few moves in the game that can combo at pretty much any percentage. This is especially effective against fast fallers and heavy characters. It can combo directly into a rising upper for straight damage, or a grab, which can allow you to position yourself for a tech chase or grab combo. Up tilt is a good pop-up attack that true combos into Power Geyser. You also have an upper body invincible version of the move if you attack immediately out of a spot dodge. Unlike his up tilt though, this version of the move cannot be special cancelled, and has a different trajectory to it too. So its primary function is really just to counter aerial attacks, thanks to the invincibility it provides, but it will leave your feet wide open. Terry's side tilt is his best setup into Buster Wolf. It has intangibility across his entire leg, making it a relatively safe poking tool. And Terry's smash attacks are nothing really to write home about. All decent for punishing whiffed moves, although up special and side special can true combo from falling nair at 60%. Like his normals on the ground, Terry's attacks in the air are also great for setting up into specials. In particular, neutral air, down air, and up air are Terry's go-to aerial moves if you want to special cancel them, as forward air and back air will not allow you to do so. Terry's neutral air is his most versatile combo starter, able to combo into Power Wave at early percents for a useful means of knocking opponents off stage, as well as combo into itself at mid percentages to set up into Burning Knuckle for a KO. Down air is great against shields, capable of breaking them if you follow with a Burning Knuckle. It functions just like the Shotos, so you can use it to edge guard for a spike at the ledge too. Up air is a decent juggle tool, far better than what the Shotos could ever hope for with their pathetic excuses for an up air. It's best used when combined with down throw, as you can adjust for their DI by specially cancelling it into any of your special attacks. Forward air is your main approach tool from the air, with good reach and damage. While it doesn't special cancel, you can pull off the classic fair dare combo at the ledge just like the Shotos can for an easy kill. Back air is a strong kill move for Terry, though it can be a bit tricky to pull off since he's always facing the opponent. The trick to pulling one off in neutral is to basically input the move a little more aggressively than usual. The game should get the message, although it will never be as smooth as other characters can do it. So if you enjoy pressing your ass against your opponent's face, I suggest you look elsewhere. But if you're able to connect with it on the ground, be sure to follow with a side tilt for a sweet Buster Wolf combo. Now onto the part we've all been waiting for, Terry's specials, each coming in weak and heavy variants depending on whether you tap or hold the B button. With the exception of its neutral special, Terry can also input commands for each move to alter their properties. and this is on top of the weak and heavy inputs. So essentially, Terry can have up to 4 different variations of each special move. But you'll almost always want to input the command variants, as they allow you to special cancel from your normals and are generally more powerful. We'll begin with Terry's neutral special, Power Wave. The weak variant allows him to pressure alongside the projectile, making it great in neutral. You can use it to bait out a jump with an attack of your own, punish their shield with a grab, or even predict a shield drop with Buster Wolf. The heavy variant is better for zoning, although Power Wave doesn't trade very well with projectiles, so you'll probably lose this exchange most of the time unless your opponent lacks a projectile themselves. In the air, Power Wave is surprisingly useful. Although shorter in range, it deals more damage, and can be good for keeping opponents in check. For the first time in Smash, we have a character with 2 side specials, which we're gonna call Forward and Back Special. Burning Knuckle is Terry's forward special, gaining a boost in knockback and damage when inputting the command. It true combos directly from down tilt and neutral air, and can take stocks very early if you special cancel into the strong variant. It has a bit of startup though, so save this for later percentages, as if you use it too early, it can be easily shielded and punished. It sports decent horizontal coverage too, so you can use it to recover, although like many of his specials, it doesn't snap directly to the ledge, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you ask me. I mean, his hand's already right there, all you gotta do is, open it up and up. Okay, fine, you do you, I guess. Crack Shoot is Terry's back special, and also gains a boost in damage and knockback when inputting the command. Many fighters in Smash rely on aerial approaches to begin their assault. Crack Shoot single-handedly destroys this strat in one fell swoop. It's fast and basically acts as an aerial overhead, a move type never really before seen in Smash, and so in the right hands this makes it very difficult for certain characters to approach safely from the air, forcing them to approach from the ground, which is exactly where Terry wants them. As I've said before, it's also pretty tough to punish even if your opponent successfully shields the move. Overall, very underrated move. I just never use it to recover. I know Sakurai tried to explain how, but I swear I somehow fuck it up every time. Power Dunk is Terry's down special, where he jumps up with his cap on backwards before coming down with a fiery punch. This will be your bread and butter out of jab, and gains invincibility during the rising animation when inputting the command. You'll want to avoid using this move as an anti-air though, as it doesn't connect very well against aerial opponents, but it's great against shields, as you can punish their punish with the invincibility frames of the move, and if they try to roll away, you can still often connect with the second hit. Now, the second hit does spike too, but unfortunately this won't happen if you hit your opponent with the full move. You have to pretty much hit them with the second part alone to get the spike, and that can be pretty risky to go for. However, a notable advantage this move gives is the amount of ability it provides Terry, as it can quite literally zigzag his way across the screen, letting him escape from attacks and mix up his recovery. In general, Terry has fantastic mobility. I mean, look at his fucking backdash, man, it's so good. You barely even need to roll with this guy, especially if you combine it with dash attack. Rising Tackle is Terry's up special. It's your primary recovery tool, and you can pull off a nearly fully invincible version of the move if you perform the command input, which involves holding down just before executing the move. Now, this can be tough to pull off in the air, since you'll probably just fast fall to your death, so I suggest buffering it from an air dodge. You'll also want to practice buffering it whilst shielding, as it's a fantastic out of shield option, but can be a bit easy to read. I'd suggest holding 2 shield buttons at the same time. This will stop you from spot dodging, so you can slightly tilt the stick down to get the charge, making it less obvious that you're buffering a charge. Now, there is a huge disadvantage to this move, and that is that even the invincible version of the move has vulnerability at his feet, making him extremely susceptible to attacks at the ledge. The only way to prevent this right now is to recover as low as possible. That leaves us with Terry's super special moves, which he gains access to after accumulating over 100% of damage. Power Geyser is a devastating close range attack with a high vertical hitbox, easily comboing out of up tilt for a kill confirm and offering a pretty terrifying edgeguard option. It also combos out of down throw depending on how your opponent's DI. The second super special move is Buster Wolf, a long-reaching horizontal attack that can finish off opponents well in the 60% range. There's not a whole lot of moves that combo into this though, aside from side tilt, but it's so fast that you often won't even need to, making for a great landing trap option. You also get some slight armor at the beginning of the move that can power through some projectiles, but not that much armor. But with great power comes great end lag, as it can be shielded and grabbed out of pretty easily, so be careful with it. And Terry pulls out all the stops with his final smash, Triple Wolf. Terry is a mid-range combo fighter, with a focus on baiting out attacks and punishing with his unique special combos. He does have a few shortcomings, being extremely susceptible to ledge punishes, and having no real way of dealing with projectiles. However, his super specials offer a comeback mechanic that allows him to turn the tables on his foes, and he's probably one of the most rewarding fighters to master. So go on, and be the star of the show with Terry Bogard. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. You're a sick cunt. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about Banjo and Kazooie. They're probably going to be next. I just thought I'd get Terry out of the way while he's still fresh. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of the guide and if there's anything that I missed, or if you have any tips and tricks of your own. I'd love to hear all about them. I'll probably start reading these fucking comments one of these days. I'm so bad at it, I'm really sorry. Anyways, I think that's all I really got to say. Thank you for watching again. I appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.